The different language desks, ons kom nou 'n bietjie Afrikaans praat. I have with me in studio Jenna-Leigh Bilong. She's an Afrikaans news presenter. Goeiemiddag.
Goeiemiddag, lekker om hier te wees. Baie goed, dankie.
Baie goed, en ons celebrate bietjie Heritage Day vandag.
Absolutely, I'm so excited to see the different colors and the different textures, just even in the SABC
nice
building.
And bright as well. Yes, indeed. But firstly, let's just talk about Afrikaans attire, the importance of what you guys were in your heritage.
I think being colored, it's a very interesting thing for me. As you can see today, I'm wearing a bit of an African print, and that is to honor and celebrate my husband's Africanness. He's a Cameroonian man.
Nice.
So I love going into African. I dab a little bit in the African prints because I believe it's important that we also borrow from each other. When I was a young girl, my mother used to tell me that that's the benefit of being colored, is that I get to borrow
a bit of everywhere,
a bit of everywhere, and then I decide who I want to be.
Ek wil nou eet 'n bietjie, but before we do that, let's just get an understanding what I know as koeksisters. I'm from the Free State, and ons eet baie koeksisters daar in Ficksburg. So just give us, an overall explanation of das boerewors ook. Yeah, but I'll leave it to you.
I want to get to this in a bit, but I'm going to start with the koeksister, because you said it's the one that you know. And I know the coloreds are watching me now, and they'll say, "Meisie, hoekom het jy nie 'n koeksister gebring nie?" Because there's a difference in koeksister and koeksister. But I have to be honest with you, I didn't have time. I make a mean koeksister, but I didn't have time.
And still owe us. You still owe us.
I could only find the koeksister.
Okay.
Now, within the Afrikaans culture, you will have the koesister, which is your Cape Malay influence, and then you have your koeksister, which is more your white Afrikaans koeksister. And for me, it's a beautiful thing because it looks different, the texture of it is different, but it's made from the same thing. It's dough. Alles almal soet, it's dough. And that's the beauty of Afrikaans for me. The texture of it is different, the dialects are different, the accents are different, but at the end of the day, it's all made from dough. And you can have one, it's just bias soup dough.
I am going to have one, very, most importantly. But in terms of, the reason why we have all of you here this afternoon is because the theme today evolves around language and the importance of preservation of language. Let's just talk to you about, as a language practitioner, how do you think it is important for you as a colored lady to be presenting news in Afrikaans to other Afrikaners and even coloreds?
It's something that I pride myself in, because there's a lot of colored people who don't want to speak Afrikaans anymore, because there's this thing of you don't pronounce it like this, you pronounce it like that, you don't say it like this, you say it like that. But I'm intentional about creating a platform and paving the way for other young colored girls to see that we can partake in the economy of our language, because that's a very important thing for me. Not only do I want my children to speak it, but I want them to be able to partake in the economy of it. And that's one of the reasons why I do Afrikaans news specifically.
Which is very interesting. I mean, we grew up watching Mr. Kruiwagen.
Kruiwagen,
when we were very small. So it's good to see, like different faces and from young people like you.
I think the SABC is intentional about making sure that we represent the language well. So when you look at our bulletin, you will see colored people, you will see white people, women, men, all of them reading it. But I also believe, Palesa, that it's important to make sure that people can make informed decisions. And for you to make an informed decision as a South African, you need to be able to have information. For you to have information, you need to be able to process it. For you to process it, you need to be able to understand it. And that's why I love the fact that I get to do this in Afrikaans.
In Afrikaans, yes, indeed. And the challenges that you come across. I mean, you married to a Cameroonian. I don't know what you guys speak at home, but obviously, I think you guys speak English, obviously, with the kids, most importantly.
Yes.
So, do you not come across challenges of having to speak regte Afrikaans, savor Afrikaans when you're on air, instead of the Afrikaans that we speak, on a daily basis, because you really have to speak proper language on air?
Now, there's a very big debate about what is proper Afrikaans to begin with.
Okay.
So for the sake of peace and the boerewors in front of me, I'm not going to go there. But what I can tell you is that I believe it's important to be professional. When I was very small, my aunt used to tell me, "Meisie, jy het 'n werkstem en 'n huisstem. You have a voice, a way you speak at home and a way you speak at work." So for me, it's not about speaking the correct way. It's about being sure that I'm able to
present,
convey convey.
And convey the message.
Somebody in Garib or in the Northern Cape should be able to understand me. So I try to make sure that I don't have a white accent per se, but that I have a neutral accent that everyone can understand.
Accommodative of everyone at the same time. I so wish we could talk more and eat more.
I wanted to tell you about the pap.
Quickly. Come on, student.
Just the pap. I think pap is one of those
things. Sir?
This is a pap tart. It's a pap tart, and I think pap is one of those things that unifies us. Believe it or not, this is an Afrikaner thing with the boerewors. They take the pap and they make a tart with it.
Oh.
It unifies us.
All right, so it's pap tart.
Pap tart, meisie.
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, a little bit of inside here. You'll find mushrooms. You'll find sometimes even spinach and then some cheese on top. They say it's an Afrikaner thing.
Peter and I are going to indulge at 5:30. I'm telling you. Listen, we have to leave it at this because I know you're reading the news at 6:30 on SABC too.
Yes, in Afrikaans. Ek en Phil is daar. En ons maak seker die nasies ingelig.
Daar sê. Baie dankie. Jy lyk pragtig.
Dankie
jy. Ons waardeer jou talent.
Baie dankie.
All right, so we are now taking a quick break. We'll have more for you after this. Stay with us.